Okay, try to strip, time to strip this cover here. This was never had to be oil tied before, so we'll probably put new gaskets in here, but we can get all the bolts and stuff off of there. So, Allen's. Preset, ready to go there, see? No dead time in this videos. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull these covers off. See what they look like underneath. No gaskets, so that probably would leak. Same on that. Alright, so we have no gaskets on anything. These thin plates are very notorious for leaking because they're not very flat. They don't stay very flat when you torque on them. So these are, you can see how it's not very even right there right now. So these are kind of crappy. See how this one's a lot thicker? They don't warp like those little thin ones do over there. So that's probably going to be a leaker. I think I'm going to see if I can come up with a better piece to use than that because I don't want it to be leaking. I'm sure that one will. Now this one here, I think we're supposed to have 5/16 bolts through this. You can see how it's flat on the back side, so our other cover has to be flat too. So we have to make that work also. Pull this drain plug out. Nice and loose, like metric or something. Only this guy probably is metric. Yeah, it looks like an American part. It's a genuine Harley piece, so it's just all worn out on the Allen, that's all. It's got a magnet in it. So we'll see if that fits in the new cover or not. Be nice if it would. It'd be a new chrome, it probably won't. You never know. Might luck out. Goes in about the same as the last one, about 2 threads and stops. Alright. So that should work. Let's get some sealer for that though. So these holes here we got chrome residue sticking up. The bolts probably aren't going to be too happy about going in there either, I bet. Ooh, I was wrong. Threads actually worked. I'm shocked. Look at that. Amazing. Three for 3. 2 more to go. Looks like it's going to work. Obviously the chrome is screwed up. It actually still works. I think they purposely make stuff not work. Okay, now I gotta see what the other cover is. These look like they're still 1/4" bolts here, so double check just to make sure. They appear to be the correct height. So we're gonna have to come up with some hardware for these two here. Alright. Put that cover on there. We got two bolts that are about that long to fill the void in. So it'll be correct. I'm also going to go in there and grind the surfaces flat in here, so that we'll have a half a chance for the gasket to actually seal, because that's going to be a problem. So let's see what we're going to do about that. Go over here and see how we're going to fix this problem. Because right now it is a problem. We also need to make sure the jack shaft's going to fit too, which is down over here. Goes on. That's a plus. Those are very loose fitting. I would have been shocked if it did not fit. Okay, so we got to clean up the surfaces here a little bit. So we're going to figure something we're going to use. So we got to pick something out over the pile over here to use. So I'm thinking a little flat disc on one side. Do this one right here. And then the more severe stuff, I'll get to grind it. Something like this. Have to be very careful though with the grinder. Very easy to screw stuff up. Okay, so this one I'm just going to knock off the high spot here. Okay, go over here. Doing this one. Okay, did a pretty good job on that. So you see where the grinder was cutting on the chrome, but no, it was not digging in. Maybe lose the light, might see better. So, see, we're not digging in too deep, just knocking the chrome off so it's flat. And everything else seems to be halfway flat too. So this takes an O-ring in here, and you can also put a gasket on to really double up the sealing. Now this one over here, we have these high spots all sticking up, which are not supposed to be there. And I have no idea how they developed in there. My guess is there was a gasket on here when they chromed it, when they built it up, and then they took the gasket off later. I don't know how else that would happen, because that holds it up above the gasket, which would make it leak, so that doesn't make sense. This I can probably get in there a little bit, but it would eat up the back here a little bit, which would be not very good for the chrome. I can try putting my smaller little disc sander on there too, that might help. Or I can be really careful and use this. I'm going to try this method first. So 3 of the 4 are basically flush, and one's way above. So the first one I did was way above the surface here. So you can see I ground it down until it was just almost touching. And then these ones over here, it's actually recessed. I don't know if the light hurts or helps you in this situation. So you can see where I just lightly grind the chrome. Same on this one, on and off where the chrome was. This one over here, it just had titties on it, it was low also. This is the only one that was sticking way above the surface, was this one. So I grind about 30 thou height off this one. So very, very touchy. Very easy to overdo it and cause issues. So you got to be very, very light pressure and low RPM. Have good control. That's why I went from this direction to get the edge on that side. I went from this direction to get the edge on the other side. That way you can't cut the whole thing very evenly at one angle. Even I can't do a very good job of that. It's best to let the cutter help you by getting the correct angles. Alright, I'm going to go clean this all up now, and then I'm going to go find me some gaskets and a couple long screws for here, and we'll be back. Okay, spent the last 45 minutes looking for screws and gaskets and stuff. Couldn't find a good cover for this. I don't have one. They've been back ordered for a while, and I never had got one yet. So these are 2.5 inch long screws here. I got some longer screws here. I got 4 nice stainless steel washers that go there. And these are the 4 bolts that came out of here. They're real short. So with the stock crappy cover, that'll go in here. And as long as you don't torque them very far, you won't strip this stuff out. But it'll work until we get something different. So this is the O-ring here that goes in here. And we got the gasket that goes here, on there. We got the gasket that goes over here. And then the one everybody forgets is these 2 little gaskets right here. These little round ones. And they go down on the inside of this cover. They go right down in here between the primary cover. They go right here. That seals the screw so it doesn't leak out the screw. Most people forget to put that in there. Alright, so that gives me all those gaskets. I got the primary cover gasket there. Got the quart of oil to go in it. So we get all the stuff we need for that, hopefully. So I had to reuse this cover, so I went ahead and dimpled it on the flat bench over here. You beat it with a nice flat hammer like this, and it takes the dimple mark out of the cover. So that's half a chance of sealing until you over torque it. So now it'll sit flat on there. I'm assuming it even fits inside the cover, which it doesn't appear to fit. That's nice. There's a nice there. Yeah, wonderful. It appears to not fit. It's too big a diameter to go inside this cover. So we're going to have to do a little massaging on that with a grinder. Great. Well, we're going to do it on the bottom half. Of course, this cover's so ugly looking, it doesn't matter which half you use. All we know is it does not fit. Even with the gaskets on there, it'll be a little bit high. So, all right. Well, that's more surprises. Never-ending surprises on these jobs. All right. So we're gonna use our little sander over here to make that fit. We'll do it now. Time to lose some chrome. Yeah, it really breaks my heart to lose chrome. Let's see, what's the best surface on this? None of it. our ground. Take our file. Attempt to knock the burr around. That don't work very good. Squeeze the chrome. Use the chrome remover to do that. Now our chrome flakes real nice. Perfect. Nice piece. Let's see how it fits. Probably won't. Probably will take more grinding than that. First thing I do, we're going to have to blow this thing off because it's full of grit. Including me. I'm full of grit too. Alright, let's see if it fits. Is it going to fit or not fit? We already know it doesn't fit very well. So that's the bottom now. Appears to still be tight. Alright, so we're going to grind it some more and get more abusive with it. Eventually it's going to fit. Nice. We keep cleaning this because that part down there is clean. And I don't want to make it dirty. Now I have to clean it. Okay, that's our top hole. It's trying to go down in there. Right through here is our tight spot right now. So from here to here needs to be ground, especially right in this area here. So do it again. Make sure I did that right. Yep, we're different now. So you see to mark the part that I didn't grind on. This is the top. Should mark that with something. I have a felt tip around here. Yeah, I got the tip. Top. Okay, now, where does it need to be ground? Top to bottom's okay, it's the side to side. Because I haven't taken anything off the side, I'm trying to avoid going up the side further, but we're going to have to go up the side further. It needs more off the sides. It's too big around. So less chrome. It almost fits now. It's trying to go in. Not quite enough. Use it everywhere. Grind more chrome. Center now. There's the high spot. Right in there. Around about almost all the way around now. So I haven't ground from here to here. That's the only part I haven't ground is right from here to here. Yeah, it's the spot. Fits in there now. Precision fitting. All right. Custom. Everything's custom around here. All right. Well, there you go. Not the custom crap. All right. We'll be back in a minute. Let me clean up here.